Some mates and I have just now been cracking some jokes, as you do, and as you should, about the Eddie Maguire saga, which of course is no laughing matter. It's not, you know. It's been awful for Lumumba, and it's been awful for Eddie too. Even though Eddie's tears are white tears. I haven't heard that expression before, but I learnt it just yesterday. So, Eddie was visibly upset, distraught about losing the Collingwood presidency, and that would have been for all sorts of reasons, mostly, I think, reasons to do with not being a president anymore of, something that's his life. Most of his tears would have been nothing to do with racism, I suppose. What got him kicked out was something to do with racism, for sure. But his tears were nothing to do with that. But a senator, what's her name? Indigenous senator, she said, "No, those are white tears." And, there's a new expression I haven't heard before. Anyway, we've been cracking jokes, a couple of mates and I, and that cracking jokes about a serious matter like this is wrong. It's wrong if you're an Eddie supporter, and it's wrong if you're a Lumumba supporter. But the jokes that I was cracking were with fellow Essendon supporters. So the jokes are on that level. Nothing to do with all the other stuff. Nothing to do with should Eddie have been sacked or shot, and is racism a bad thing? Of course it's a bad thing. But we're not joking about that. But you should. This is why we don't do it on public. And I would never put anything like this online. But I'm going to get myself the sack one day. But I'm actually being all right. This is nuance. And what was the joke? Oh, where did the jokes lead? See, the jokes get out of hand as they go along, as they should. So, and I ended up saying, well, now, I was being ironic here, I wasn't making commentary. I wasn't saying what I actually think. But I made, I don't even think the thing I said. And the person who I was speaking to knows, I don't think, and so do you, because I just told you. But I said, I'm not a racist. But I was quoting racists. I wasn't being racist. I was quoting thick racists, people who are thick and don't understand racism. But anyway, and who don't understand systemic racism and all that sort of stuff, And I said, well, I'm not a racist. I said, quoting idiots. Because I have a brown friend. And I married a wog. Now, this is why I can't go on social media, because even though I'm obviously being ironic, I'm sure that would be, you can do it right now. Just slice out the bit where I said I'm not a racist because I have a brown friend and I married a wog. Oh, but slice out the little smile at the end, because then people will know, So what you do is you just cut out that bit to make me look like if you have no nuance, think I am. And maybe I am. That's the double irony. But it's only so much, there's layer upon layer. It's actually, there is comedy in tragedy. If you think I'm doing the wrong thing, having a laugh at Eddie's expense. If you're a Collingwood supporter, did you have a laugh at James Hird's expense? That was a tragedy. He tried to kill himself. And there were people joking about James Hird all over the joint. Yeah. He tried to kill himself. Comedy, it's it can't be banned. It keeps happening. Something has to be done about that. It's not good enough. We need to do better. I just then stole a very serious hashtag, didn't I? What do they call it? I appropriated something that's a hashtag that's a very serious matter. Comedy's tricky. Yeah. Comedy is tricky. Basil Fawlty found that when his Germans episode got banned during the whole Black Lives Matter thing. John Cleese. John Cleese found that. He got his German episode banned because the major, the character in that episode, was saying bad Nazi things, bad anti-Nazi things, you know. I forget which offence it was, but anyway, the major was saying something offensive with, he used a very bad word, the N-word. Yes, and he really did. You know, it was in a different time and place. You know, when, you know, we're very chauvinistic in the 21st century because we go and grab a comedy from the 1970s and say, you used a bad word, which is a bad word in 2021. But anyway, that aside, what John Cleese did in that episode, he got a fossil, an idiot, to say bad things, to get us to laugh at people like that, you know, from previous generations, who say stupid and bad things. So John Cleese was saying, there are people that say this, this, and this, and that bad word, the N-word. Would you agree that they're idiots? And the response to that was, cancel John Cleese. No wonder John Cleese never had any problem finding material for Monty Python. That's all I can say. The next thing is, you know, to wonder, am I about to lose my job for being a funny guy? Well, if I am, I deserve to, because I'm not even funny. In fact, I'll make an episode about that. I lost my job. It's not a laughing matter.